Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news! The long wait is now over, somewhat officially, maybe. If you have been waiting to submit your applications for the one-time debt relief that will get you either $20,000 of student loan debt relief if you were a Pell Grant recipient, or $10,000 of student loan debt relief if you were not a Pell Grant recipient but you have federal loans, then you are in for a treat, because today I'm going to show you exactly how you need to apply, because the application is available in beta launch and more than likely is going to be available for everyone to be able to utilize right now. So if you're ready, let's go. The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melone. Hi everyone, it's Sophia Melonē, the Debt Demolisher, here to bring you the tools, tips, and tricks to help you manage your financial baggage the right way. What an honor and privilege it is to be before you all for yet another episode drop here on the Debt Demolisher TV, where today this is an exclusive. Why? Because the Department of Education has officially announced that the one-time debt relief application of getting either $10K or $20,000 in student loan debt relief to be made available in beta launch form. Now, let me first explain what this means. When it comes to the beta launch form, they are initially rolling out the application process to see how it's going to be received, to test it, to see if it needs to be tweaked once it officially goes live and there won't be any additional changes made to the form. So with that, I'm going to show you exactly where to find this information, how to apply, what updates have been shared, and I want to walk you all the way through it. So if you are excited about this, I want you to hit the like button right now, and then also share this out with everyone who you know who has federal student loans, and encourage them to make sure that they apply. This is such a huge thing because we have been waiting on pins and needles for this, and I am just elated that at least the beta launch form is out. And of course, this is going to end up being the official once they make their tweaks or whatever, but I don't want to waste any time. I want you guys to make sure that you apply while it's up and you are able to have access to it right now. So if you're ready, come on, let's go. All right, so we are officially on the Department of Education's website that's talking all about the one-time debt relief. It is telling you that you can now apply during the beta launch process. They are accepting applications right now in order to help them refine the process ahead to officially launch the form. So that's exactly what I was sharing with you all. And what they're saying is if you submit your application during this beta launch process, you will not have to submit another application, because once you submit it, it's in. They're saying that it's going to take about 5 minutes to complete. You do not need to log in, which I'm surprised about. So they're not allowing anybody to create FSA ID accounts. You don't have to log in or any of that. They just want you to put in your information, and you don't even have to provide any documentation to support that. So what they're saying is the application will be available on and off during this time. So that's why I was saying 1 minute you may go to the site and you can do it. 1 minute you may go and you may not be able to do it. It's because they're adding on the access on and off during this duration. So it says if you try to go here and it's not available, don't worry, come back, go and apply and try it again until the application is available for all borrowers. So do not fret, do not be afraid, just continue to move and submit it as you can. They're saying that there's no advantage to applying before the full launch. So either way, it doesn't matter. But if you want to get your pot in the pool, just get your pot in the pool. And we've already talked about this, so I'm not going to go over this right now. I really want you to make sure that we go through the main process of going through the application list. So let's go ahead. Fingers crossed, it's still here, and it is. So now we're going to kind of read through this and see what it says. So what is the Federal Student Loan Debt Relief? It's a program that provides eligible borrowers with the full or partial discharge of loans of up to $20,000 to federal Pell Grant recipients, and up to $10,000 for those who are non-Pell Grant recipients. And again, this only applies to federal student loans, not private loans. So who qualifies? Individuals who make less than $125,000 in 2021 or 2020, and families that make less than $250,000 in 2021 or 2020, which we've talked about here on the channel. I do want to specify that this is kind of going to be based on your tax filing status, which I'm pretty sure that we're going to see, but we're going to go through all of the questions that's proposed to be asked inside of this application. So how it works, if you apply today, but no later than December 31st, 2023, they will be able to determine your eligibility, and they will contact you if they need more information. And then your loan servicer will let you know when your relief has officially been processed. So what do you need to fill out for the application? You have to make sure that you're putting in, you as the borrower, if you have federal student loans under your Social Security number, this is what you need to fill out. You need to fill out your first name. If you want to put in your middle initial, you can. It's optional. You have to put in your last name. If you were married prior to, or if you had a name change, then you want to put that in there. And this is if the last name that you had may be different than what the Department of Education already has on record, because some of you guys may have applied for aid a long time ago. Some of you guys may have submitted your applications and you may have been married, and you may have things that may have changed at the time that you were originally your borrower, when you originally borrowed your loans. So they want to make sure that the information that they have on record is going to match you as the applicant. So if you had a name change, or if your former name is not the same as what it was when you took out your loan, you want to make sure that you put your former last name. You're going to put in your Social Security number, and they're going to ask you to confirm, again, your Social Security number. Put that in twice. They're going to also ask you to put in your date of birth, your month, the date, and the year. They're going to tell you to put in your contact information, your cell phone number, your phone number, whatever number you could be reachable at. That's the number that you want to put in. You want to put in a valid email address. You want to put in where's the best place to contact you, that you will be able to access your email. And then you're also going to put in your email again to confirm. Here is what the requirements are saying that you have to review and submit. By signing this form, you agree with the following statements. I request the federal student loan debt relief of up to $20,000. If requested, I will provide proof of income to the Department of Education. I understand that if I fail to do so by March 31st, 2024, or if my income does not qualify for federal student loan debt relief, the relief will not be processed. I verify that I am the individual named above. And the third piece is I affirm that one of the following is true for 2020, meaning January 1st through December 31st, 2020, or 2021, which is January 1st through December 31st, 2021. So this is what they're asking you to certify in terms of either of those years, either tax year 2020 or tax year 2021. You are certifying that one of these are true. You either made less than the required income to file federal taxes. So what this means is you did not have to file a tax return during tax year 2020 or tax year 2021 because you did not earn income that requires you to be able to file. So in order for you to have to file for taxes, you have to meet a certain income threshold. So this is what I was saying before in my other videos around some people may not be required to file tax returns. And so what they're saying is if you made less than the required income to file tax returns, then that statement is true for you. Not saying that you just didn't file because you didn't file, because if you didn't file, that's a whole nother situation. That's a whole nother story. But if you did not meet the income requirement to file, then this applies to you. Or if you filed as single, you filed as a single tax filer, that's your tax filing status, as single, and you made less than $125,000, less than $125,000, then this applies to you. And I want to say this as well. They're basing it off of your adjusted gross income. Now, initially, they were talking about it being annual income, but based on this, they've modified it and they're saying, okay, based on whatever your AGI is, you just might hit the window. I'm just saying, you just might get lucky because your AGI is more advantage to you because that's after deductions, that's after any losses, that's after it's your AGI line. So pull up your tax return and look for your adjusted gross income line. And if that is less than $125,000 and you were a single tax filer, or if you were married filing separately, then you, my friend, qualify for the one-time debt relief. Okay, the next piece that they said again, I was married and I filed my taxes separately. So that's married filing married filing separately tax status that's less than 125,000 for AGI purposes, then you qualify. You are also certifying that you are either married and you filed joint. So that's married filing jointly, and you made less than $250,000. And when we say you made less than $250,000, that means your joint tax return for either tax year 2021 or tax year 2020 is less than $250,000 for your AGI line, your adjusted gross income line. So that allows you to qualify. You're also certifying whether or not if you filed as a head of household and your AGI, your adjusted gross income, was less than $250,000. So if that's you, head of household, less than $250,000 for your AGI line, then you qualify for this relief. And then also, last but not least, which I'm so glad that they clarified, because I had a feeling, because honestly and truthfully, qualified widower is probably the best and most advantageous tax filing status to have, but I know a lot of people really don't have this tax filing status because, a lot of people aren't really familiar with the tax filing status. But I've had a feeling that the qualified widower will fall under the 250 threshold as well. But I didn't want to say it until I saw it on paper. But now that I see it on paper, I see it on screen, I'm going to say it. So if you were a qualifying widower, meaning you were a spouse, and you can look up the terms, and if your tax filing status is a qualifying widower and your AGI is less than $250,000, then you qualify for the relief. So all you have to do is make sure that you are affirming that one of these scenarios are true for you for either tax year 2020 or tax year 2021 or tax year 2021. And again, you see this, if you filed federal taxes, your income requirements are based on your adjusted gross income, AGI, which tends to be lower than your total income. Your AGI can be found on line 11 on your 1040 form. I love how they are just giving you everything that you need. And I'm so glad that they clarified and rectified the situation, because like I said before, they were talking about annual income or your total income, which is typically your income that you actually receive, not taking into consideration all of the deductions that gets you down to your AGI, because there's an AGI that you can basically have above the line deductions, and then like itemized deductions and standard deductions and stuff like that. It's a below the line deduction, but we're only focusing on the above the line deductions that will get you to your AGI number. So this is just a powerful, powerful thing. And I'm so glad that they did that, because this allows even more to be able to qualify for this relief. Once you certify that, and you certify that you're requesting it, you are the person that's named above, and one of these statements are true for you for either 2020 or 2021, you're going to put in your name, you're going to put in your middle initial if you prefer to, if it's optional, and you're going to put in your last name. And you are going to check the box under penalty and perjury. So there's no falsification in what you are doing. You're going to say, if you certify under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the United States of America, that all of the information provided on this form is true and correct. You say, I understand that any falsification or misrepresentation on this form or on any accompanying document is subject to penalties that may include fines, imprisonment, or both, under the U.S. Criminal Code, including but not limited to under 18 U.S.C., which is the United States Code, section 1001, and under 18 United States Code 1621, and under 20 U.S. Code section 1097. So you are going to have to check this box and certify, and then you submit, my friend, and that is it. They have actually made this seamless. I thought that they were going to be requesting a lot more information, you needing to sign in and verify, but here is one thing that I want to make sure that you understand, that there is going to be some action on your part, because what does it say here? I understand that I will have to provide proof of income to the Department of Education. We don't know what that process is going to look like and how they're going to request that information for proof of income. More than likely, if you get a contact and they reach out to you, they're probably going to ask you to provide some form of support. They're not showing you this now. They're not basically saying that you have to upload it right now. We don't know if they're going to change that once it's finalized, but from what they're saying here, if you request this, you can show proof of income to the Department of Education. And what that proof of income more than likely is going to be is your tax return for tax year 2020 or 2021, where they can see your AGI line. And that's if they're not able to pull it and retrieve it from the Department of Treasury or the Internal Revenue Service, or you're going to have to provide some form of proof that, you know, you were unemployed and you didn't make any, you didn't have a legal requirement to file your tax returns for the 1040 forms for those years. So you guys, it's seamless, it's quick, it's dirty, it's easy. I don't have to do this. Like I told you guys, my student loan balances are zero at this point because I've paid my student loan balances off in full back in 2017. I was a Pell Grant recipient, so if I did have some loans outstanding, I definitely would have been eligible for the $20,000. But I want you to take action on this process. I'm so stoked that this application is available, and I'm so stoked that it is so easy to do. I'm so stoked that it is so easy to do. So I want you to do this. I want you to go to the link. I'm going to link the page right here so that way you can be able to access it quickly. Go to studentaid.gov/debt-relief-application. The link is here. It's also going to be down in the description box, and I'm going to pin it in the comments to make it absolutely easy for you. So when you click on the link, it may take you to the page that I just showed you, or you may get a message where it says, hey, access is closed for right now because they have this limited time window where they're allowing access during this launch period. So if you happen to go to the page and you don't see what I showed you on the screen, don't fret. That just means you have to come back. They're going to put a message on there that will tell you when to come back. Well, not really when to come back, but they're going to encourage you to come back and check back because it's going to be available periodically. I literally this morning went to the page and I got that banner message, and I'm going to show you guys so that you can see the banner message. I got that banner message that said it's not available right now. However, literally 10 minutes later, I refreshed the browser and then boom, what I just showed you on the screen showed up. So you guys, get in here and do this now. This is an immediate release on the Debt Demolisher TV because I want you guys to go into action on this while you can. Even if you miss the window, if you're trying to get in and you keep catching at the time where it's not available, don't fret because the application will be available, they said, by later this month. So now that it's out for this beta launch time period, get your applications in. They said it's no advantage for you to get it in early or not, but for me, I say just get it in. Get it in as soon as you can and then go from there. But I'm definitely going to be doing more videos on this. If you have any questions, feel free to include those down in the comment section. Share this out with anyone who you know who has student loans, and make sure that you invite them to come back into the DDTV room, not only on my YouTube channel, but also on my TikTok page, because I'll be going live over there, but then I'll eventually end up dropping the videos on here anyway. So either way, you're going to find it, and either way, you're going to see it. And I want to thank you guys so much for your patience. Thank you for your diligence, and thank you for not giving up. Thank you for not giving up. If you believe that you have a possibility to become debt-free, I want you to hold on to that possibility because the blessings is awaiting you. And not only that, your financial prosperity is awaiting you. So remember, your financial prosperity awaits you, and so does your financial sanity. You already know what I'm going to tell you to do, and that's what? Get to work. All right. See you guys soon. Bye. The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melonē. The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melonē. The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia